SABC bringing you rolling coverage from the Rock. We, in fact, will even begin this weekend showing you that our operations are ready to go there as well. A lot of the programs will be coming out of there, but Morning Live from next week will be broadcasting from that Results Operations Centre in Midrand. We'll begin our rolling coverage from, Monday we'll cross over and just see how things are going, but certainly from Tuesday we'll be stationed there for the rest of the week. We'll be there for the election day and, of course, all of the counting and results until elections 2024 are over. Well, somebody else that will be there is Mamabolo. We've gotten him on the line now, on a telephone line rather. It just seems like we're having a lot of problems with getting a connection. Sai, can you hear me now?
Yes, indeed, and I can hear you.
I'm so glad. All right, good. We'll have a quick conversation just to touch base ahead and see how things are going. Yesterday, of course, the launch of that of the Rock for the elections. So talk to us about it. I mean, it's been quite a bumpy road in the lead up to these elections for you, having to find a new venue, setting it up. We used to be at the showgrounds in Pretoria, now moving into a new venue of Gallagher Estate in Midrand. How was it? How is it looking?
Well, it's a magnificent facility. We've tried our best, having had to change the venue, but it is stunning. It's a true reflection of what South African electoral democracy is about, and we're quite proud to be hosting the SABC and all other broadcasting services here. And we hope that you will give, as broadcasters, a window of opportunity for those that are in their homes to really participate and see what transparency in election entails.
Yeah, and an important conversation. And one of the announcements that was made yesterday, we've got it in our news, is that ballots will be counted at the voting stations and not at the central counting centre. What's happening there?
Yes, it is indeed so that the ballots will be counted at the voting station. It's an integrity measure in its own, because once you move ballots from one point to the other, speculation abounds as to whether what could have happened in between the 2 points. So to eliminate any speculation about interference of ballot boxes, votes will be counted where they were cast at the voting station. Party agents will countersign the result slips, as will do observers. And only the result slip will be transported to the local office of the commission.
So when we talk about a couple of outstanding issues, which is something that is a bit of a concern, because now we're less than a week, are there any issues that are still before the electoral court? And is this not something that's going to impact on the elections?
Well, potentially, but given the fact that we've had 14 matters and 11 of them were decided in our favor, we think that those 3 will also follow suit. But the uncertainty is unwelcome at this point of the process. Okay.
All right. In terms of, I'm flying through the issues because I know we've got very little time with you. In terms of,
sure, no problem.
In terms of the voter turnout for the out of the country voter, I mean, we watched queues. How was it? Is this one of the biggest turnouts we've seen in terms of votes out of the country?
Yes, certainly. Firstly, the registration levels were up compared to any other election before. And turnout is going to follow suit. The ballots that were cast outside of the country are now being transported back into the country through a secure channel, and they'll be counted on the day following election. They need to be here by 9 o'clock on election day for them to be counted. So when we finally announce the results, you'll see that turnout outside of the country was certainly way above what it has been previously.
As part of the special votes, and that of course is the 27th and 28th of May, the Commission will visit around about 624,593 voters at their homes or places of confinement. Is this correctional centres included in this number as well?
No. This is mainly people that are homes, hospitals, old age homes, facilities such as those. The presence will be visited on election day it's a different dispensation for them. So on election day, they'll be voting together with us in the presence.
Okay, so at the same time, I mean, 90 million ballot papers. That's how many ballot papers have been printed. Must be a nice tender to get that one. Anyway, we won't talk about that. Will voters get a second chance should they make a mistake? And when is the vote regarded as spoiled?
When you make a mistake on a ballot, you can ask the presiding officer to issue you a new ballot as long as the previous one has not been deposited into the ballot box. Once it's deposited into the ballot box, you have voted and you now need to leave the station. But if it's before it is deposited in the box and you change your mind or you've made a mistake, you are entitled a new one if you ask for it.
All right, Sai, I got to leave it there. I know we'll speak to you a lot. We really will. There are many questions we've got for you. But Sai Mamabolo, thanks for making a plan to talk to us, the Chief Electoral Officer of the IEC, giving us an update on the national and provincial elections preparedness.